All right, this your brother Issachar coming at you with another lesson. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaa Quadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing his word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the aquas that's listening and learning. Today's video is going to be entitled, Ain't No Seconds During Jacob's Trouble. Now, I got inspired to do this lesson because I remember watching the GMS Dallas camp with Elder Yashawamba, and I remember him saying this. I forget what they were talking about. It was a few months ago, I believe, but I just remember him saying, because he was going into something, and they were going into how they might actually start making the bread that I believe Ezekiel made, without the, without the dung, of course. But it was a certain bread that Ezekiel made and everything like that. And that bread is supposed to last a long time. And it's actually supposed to be very good for you. And then I just remember him saying that he was like, hey, man, there ain't going to be no seconds during Jacob's trouble. He was like, man, when we come into a spot where we find some food or whatever, we going to realize we found some food and we going to think logically. He's like, man, we're going to portion that out. We're going to eat what we need just for that time being. And then if we can save some for later, we're going to save some for later or possibly the next day. You got to think like the book of Eli, when Denzel Washington was walking down the streets and everything like that. He pretty much had the mindset where he was only going to eat once a day. He found whatever he found and he only ate whatever it was that night. And that was it. That's probably how it's going to be for us, But then, that also led me to thinking about how Jake really don't understand the things that's going on in this world right now. They really don't appreciate, the certain things that they have, because the Most High is getting ready to take food away from people. And that's going to drive a lot of people crazy. As you can see in this picture right here, Jake over here doing the most, got like 8 pickles on top of a big ass, look like a 18-20 pound burger, having the time of his life. And everybody do these little things just so they can show how much fun they having. They probably doing it for YouTube views or everything like that. People out here doing these little food challenges, having the worst health in the world and everything like that. And the Most High, is getting tired of that, man, because really you're not supposed to be gluttonous, man. You're not supposed to be eating like this. Because when you eat like this, it leads you to having diseases and being obese, overweight, other health problems, so forth and so on. And this is one of the reasons why the Most High is going to create a famine in the world, man. He's going to take food away from people, and people are going to remember times like this, and ultimately they're going to remember the prophets out here warning you about what is to come. But for the people that is in the truth, and for you all that understand that this is supposed to happen, this can definitely be a demon that might hop on you to the point where you're like, man, there ain't gonna be no food out here. I hope the Most High, leads me to some food and some water. Please don't have me starve to death, because at the end of the day, you want to believe in Yahweh Basham, Yahweh Shai, but of course demons gonna mess with you, man. But at the end of the day, you cannot let those demons get inside of your head, man. All right, so let's go ahead and get straight into it. Let's go ahead and get Lamentations 4:9. Because like I said, you got to believe, man. You got to believe that the Most High is going to protect his elect. It is written that he's going to make sure his elect eat and drink. So this is Lamentations chapter 4, verse 9. It says, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the field. Is a very horrible thing to die by starvation. Like I said, you always can tell that it's a horrible feeling, because just like now, if you went all day without eating, you're not necessarily suffering or anything like that, but you can feel that urge. You like, man, I can't wait till I get off work so I can go home or run to this restaurant right quick, put some on my stomach, because, a lot of people change when they don't eat. It's all kind of videos out there, with people raging and everything like that. Is like, look, I just had a bad day, just take me to this restaurant so I can go eat, and then it'll calm me down. And I experienced this a lot because our DoorDash, And when I deliver to certain people at work, they always happy. They like, oh, finally, yes. Thank you. You saved my life. This is right on time. I'm about to stop working now. I'm about to go eat. Because food helps relieve people. It helps put them in a better state of mind, and it puts them at ease. But the Most High is getting ready to get to the point where he's getting ready to make people starve to death, man. He's going to have people starve to death. And it says it's better to be slain with the sword. It's better to get shot. It's better to go in the guillotine. It's better to get, eaten by a lion or something. It's better to go through those things than die by hunger. Because when you feel that hunger, man, you're going to feel your body eating away. Because your body is going to try to take in anything that your insides have. It's going to, if it realizes it doesn't have the protein or the calories or whatever it is, so you can maintain, it's going to start eating up the other fats in your stomach, and it's just going to pretty much eat up everything that it needs so it can try to maintain. But you're going to have to feel that pain, though. That's a very horrible feeling, man. And this is why we say you got to fear the Lord, man. So at the end of the day, this is what the Most High is getting ready to do. That is a terrible judgment. So you definitely want to fear the Lord before that happens, man. Let's get 2nd Esdras. We'll get 2nd Esdras 16 and 18. And it says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Yeah. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. A lot of people are literally going to see people starving to death. You're going to see people out here, suffering, man. You can just see it within their eyes. Their skin are going to change colors. It's going to darken. You're going to hear them in that agony and that pain. When they throw up, just like a brother had a dream. He said, man, people were starving from, not having any food and everything. And then he was like, they threw up. And when they realized they threw up, they realized that they can eat that. And he said in his dream, the person ate his own vomit. Because that's how desperate people are going to be to put something in their body so they can finally have some type of relief. But this is what it says, man. It says, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Yeah. For you people that's not listening, what are you going to do when these evils finally pop up, man? Only thing you're going to do, you're going to have to suffer it. You're going to have to suffer it because we out here giving you the warning, telling you to get right. A lot of you all will go out by starvation, man. Famine is coming, man. One of these days, you're going to go up in the stores. You're not going to find anything. We see inflation happening. They talking about inflation hit its all-time high, 3-4 days ago? It's going to continue to happen, especially while this Russia and Ukraine thing is going down. It's going to continue to happen. You're going to get to the point where either you don't find any food in the stores, or you're going to go in the stores and realize you can't afford it. And then, you might get to the point where, like I said, you become desperate. You try to shoplift or whatever, but then guess what? You might get locked up. Then you already know that the prison systems and everything is not going to look out for the prisoners. They just going to leave them alone, man. So at the end of the day, what are you going to do when these evils shall come? You're going to suffer it, man. You're going to have to suffer it. This is why we say get right with Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai right now, so he can protect you in those days, man. Speaking to you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Now, this is Tobit chapter 4, verse 5. It says, my son, be mindful of the Lord our power all thy days, and let not thy will be set to sin or to transgress his commandments. Do uprightly all thy life long, and follow not the ways of unrighteous. For if thou deal truly, thy doing shall prosperously succeed to thee, and to all them that live justly. Give alms of thy substance, and when thou givest alms, let thine eye be envious. Neither turn thy face from any poor, and the face of the Most High shall not be turned away from thee. If thou hast abundance, give alms accordingly. If thou have but a little, be not afraid to give according to that little. For thou layest up a good treasure for thyself against the day of necessity. See? So if you live a life where you're not living in sin, you're always trying to better yourself within the spirit. You're always trying to follow the commandments, statutes, and laws of Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. You're building yourself up within the spirit with your faith and belief, okay? And you do what you're supposed to do accordingly every single day. You're laying yourself a treasure against the day of necessity. When Jacob's trouble comes, you're going to need that food. You're going to need that water. That's the only way you can live, man. And, you know, if you don't have any food and water, you can't live. But like I said, if you do what you're supposed to do before these times happen, the Most High is going to remember what you've been doing, you know, before those times happen, because you laid up a good treasure. You laid up a good treasure, meaning you done did everything that you were supposed to do. So then when these things happen, the Most High can look back at what you did. He's going to be like, okay, look, make sure that, you know, the miracles happen for them. Make sure they get into a situation where they find some food, they find some water. Make sure they don't die. And that's the point, man. That's why I said in verse 5, it says, do uprightly all thy life long and follow not the ways of the unrighteous. If you do these things, your life will progress. Okay. So at the end of the day, you got to lay up those good treasures. So then that way the Most High can look out for you when these things happen, man. All right. So this is John chapter 6, verse 26. And it says, Yahweh answered them and said, verily, verily, I say unto you, ye seek me not because you saw the miracles, but because you did eat of the loaves that were filled. It says, labor not for the meat which perisheth, but for that meat which endureth unto everlasting life, which the Son of Man shall give unto you. For him hath the Most High the Father sealed. Okay, so right now we're supposed to labor for this word. We're supposed to keep our faith within Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua and believe this word. Understand and learn this word, the correct doctrine at that. Okay, that's the true meat and the true water. That's the things that's going to keep you living, is the word through the Spirit. Okay, right now, Jake, you know, if we were out there on the highways and the byways, you know, giving out food and everything like that, it'll be lines and lines. It'll be lines upon lines of people just like, yeah, man, yeah, I believe everything you saying, yeah, and everything like that, just so they can get a free meal. They wouldn't out there actually be trying to learn the word. They wouldn't actually be trying to go out there and repent. They just go out there so they can get the food. Just like I showed in the picture earlier, you know, they go out there so they can eat, they can have a good time. That's not the meat that you want, man. The meat that you want is this word right now, man. You get that meat, and then ultimately the Most High is going to give you that real meat during Jacob's trouble, because you went out there, you supped and broke bread with the brothers, man. You went out there and did what you're supposed to do for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. So that's what you're supposed to do. Do that right now while you're able to. So let's get one last scripture, then we'll close it out. We're going to get Isaiah 65 and 13. And it says, therefore thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servant shall eat, but you shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but you shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but you shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but you shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. You're going to hear a lot of people out here, like I said, just doing that. You know, you're going to hear that pain, man. We're going to see it too. We're going to see it too. This is not a thing where you just going to hear about it and, you know, look on your phone or whatever the case may be, man. Phones ain't going to be a thing for us. We ain't going to have nowhere to stay. We ain't going to be able to plug up our phone and charge it and, you know, look at Facebook and look at the news or whatever the case may be. Man, we're going to be like pilgrims on the earth in that day. So, hey, man, we going to see it, man, because we're going to be out in these streets. Everybody going to see it. People going to be running into, you know, other people seeing them starve to death. Then you're going to see the desperation of people pop out where they going to be trying to eat each other, because cannibalism is going to come back. Because like I said, people are only going to take so much. Once they realize that, you know, for anybody that's not in the spirit, once they realize they didn't eat for like 2-3 days, man, they going to do some wild shit. They're going to be like, all right, nope, it's time, man. Whatever animal they see, they going to grab it. Whatever house they see, they going to break into it, find what they need to find so they can, you know, like I said, get some water, get some type of food or whatever the case may be. And if they can't find those things, guess what? They're going to be like, well, the only option I have is people. That's what's coming, man. They're going to be looking at the people and they're going to be like, all right, look, we finna get ready to jump this dude. And hey, we finna kill him. Hey, we going to eat him, man. So we can make sure we straight. That type of shit is coming back, man. But for everybody that's in this truth, though, like I said, like, don't have those demons get to the point where you worrying if the Most High is going to feed you or not, man. It's written right here. And you got to remember, the scriptures is our comfort. You know, we're reading everything that's playing out right now. If you see the prophecies playing out, Okay, we reading about the prophecies, we reading about World War III, we reading about the inflation, so forth and so on. If you seeing these things happen and you be like, yeah, see, the scripture said this was going to happen. Well, now you got to believe that the miracles are going to happen too. This is all part of the same book. The Most High said his servants was going to eat, his servants was going to drink. Okay, but you also got to remember that the Most High said he was going to try everybody too. So if you realize that you didn't go 2-3 days without eating, it's okay. Just remember that he's going to stop that sooner or later. It's because you've been laying up those good treasures, man. He's going to stop that sooner or later. He's going to be like, okay, look, that's enough. They're showing me that they have faith. They believing in me. Okay, well, I'm finna make a miracle happen. I'm finna get them some food. Okay, and then that's what it's going to be, man. So you got to believe that the miracles are going to happen too. Just don't get to the point where you only lean on the prophecies as far as the destruction. You got to believe in the good things too. The miracles, the spiritual power, you finding food and water, you being beamed up in a chariot, you got to believe in those things too. All right. So that's pretty much what's it. Like I said, I just wanted to get into that because I remember the elder saying that, and I just wanted to pretty much do like a lamb back of what he said. So I hope this is edifying. So with that, I'm gonna say call Halayim Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rachaa Quadash. Double honor to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Aquat that's listening and learning. And Yahweh Ratazah, I'll be back with another lesson. Keep pushing, Yasharala. Keep pushing. We almost out of here. Shalom.